Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion and I call this here TCTN, the crazy trollnation of YouTube. The crazy because we just enjoy ourselves here on YouTube, whether it's the videos that we do or just the channels that we watch. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here it is about self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. I do use foul language on my channel sometimes because I do curse in real life sometimes. So if you didn't know and you're new here, now you know. And I thank you for clicking on this video. If this is your first time visiting me, excuse me. And if you're an oldie but goodie, y'all know y'all my Trollkin family, and I appreciate all of you as well. So this video, we're not going to start with chapstick because as you see, we got a lot of stuff going on with the face today. This video is about PR. Is it worth receiving PR? Depends on who you ask. If you are a review channel, you have over 20, 50,000, 100,000 subscribers, companies will be hitting you up to send you stuff for a review or not. The best PR, in my opinion, is when they say, hey, can we just send this to you? There's no requirements, no obligations. You don't even have to post about it. We just want you to try it. That, to me, would be the best PR. And there are some companies that do that. I have received PR from some companies. I'm not going to name any names. Because some are like, And then other ones are like, yeah, this is really cool. And I thought to do this because when I do post that, I was sent something in PR, a lot of you are really excited for me. And then I think about the other side of it. Once they start saying, well, can you do this in your video or can you do that? Then I'm just like, you're not paying me for this. I mean, you send me a product that costs, $20, $30, okay. But is that what my time is worth? For me to edit a video usually takes 3 times the length of the video to edit it, except for talk-through videos like this one. I'm just talking, so I will only edit if I stammer horribly or I say something that really makes not a lick of sense. But other than that, a video like this one, I'll just watch it back and just listen to see if I'm making sense, and if not, edit out where I don't make sense. But if everything is somewhat smooth, and I did stammer a few times already in this video, but to me it was very minor. And so this type of video, like say it's 15 minutes long, it might take me 25 minutes to edit because I'm listening, and then I may rewind and listen again. But if it's a tutorial or I'm doing a review or first impressions of something and I have to chop it up, or especially the videos where I do like 6 looks one video, 3 looks one video, there's a lot of editing because I'm doing the looks on different days, and then I'm editing out full application on this eye because you see me start the application on this eye. And so those are the videos that can take me up to 3 times the length. And so if the video itself is like 40 minutes, just that one clip, it may take me like an hour and a half to edit. And so my PR videos I try to keep them short because I'm like, okay, this was like a $30 product, but is it worth me, doing the 20-minute video and then editing for another hour and a half? Like that's not worth the product. If it was something that I really want, I'll just buy it. And so that's the 2 different sides to PR. There are some brands that say, can we send you this for you to do a review? And that's the only stipulation. It's not, can you do a video and do a short and do an Instagram post, and if you have TikTok and do a TikTok and then do a YouTube short? Like, no. I'm gonna yeah, I was sipping tea. I'm gonna link either as a pinned comment or in the description box of a company that, in my opinion, was an MLM, but you didn't realize it till you kept going further into the different aspects and different levels of their program. But I was just like, yeah, I don't work for you like that. No. And I have heard some content creators say, don't do videos just for a free product. And I think that maybe why is because some of them, they ask you for more and more and more off of that same one product, and it's not, in that sense, it is not worth it. But then it depends on what your time is worth to you. And the way I look at it with the PR that I get, I talk about and review and give first impressions on things that I buy anyway. And so it's not a big deal for me to be like, oh, they sent me this mascara and I'm trying it, I think it's okay. Or they sent me this lip gloss and, you know, I think it's okay, or it's not okay, it's sticky, whatever. It's not a big deal for me to do that because I do that with stuff that I buy. So it's not anything unheard of. It's not anything that I would not normally do. So in that sense, okay. But when they start adding more things, and they have more stipulations and requirements, that's when I'm like, this is not it. And so in that sense, it's not worth it. If you just want free products, because you can get the product and never do what you agreed to do, which I don't think is ethical. But if that's how you roll, that's how you roll. And I think some people look at PR and they're like, oh my gosh, they got this and they got that. And in a sense, it does feel good, like, well, somebody saw you and they want you to try their product, which means they think it's amazing and they're hoping you think it's amazing so that you'll say how amazing it is, and then you'll drive traffic to their website, which will increase purchases for them. On the flip side, are they giving you an affiliate code? Are you making money off of the purchases people are making because they're going off of your recommendation on how awesome this product was? And also, as far as codes, is it a one-time use code? What if they buy something, they use your code one time, they really like it, so they're like, oh wow, I want to see what else from this brand I want. They can't use your code again. So the company or the brand is continuing to make money off of your video and off of purchases because of your video, and you're not. That puts a bad taste in my mouth, because then it's like, okay, you're just using me. And anytime, in a way using me, and in a way not, because as I said, I review and do first impressions on products that I have anyway. And anytime we talk about a product, good, bad, or indifferent, that's advertisement for the company. And we don't have any qualms about, oh, I bought this palette and I really like it, or I bought this and this is, you know, I don't really like it. Everything is not for everybody. I might not like something and someone will comment, oh, I love it, it's the best thing ever. And I'm like, okay. Or I might like it and they're like, nah, that ain't work for me. And it's like, okay, because everything is not for everybody. So either way, people are going to be listening, and they may love it and you don't. You may love it and they don't. But either way, we're still advertising for these companies, and they're not paying us anything. It's just what we do here on YouTube, most of us, when we talk about the different brands that we use, and do we like this one more than that one, why we think you should get this one, or why we think you shouldn't get that one. And so it's not a big deal receiving PR because we talk about brands anyway. It's when they start asking you for more and more stuff. And if you're not going to give an affiliated code, I'm going to stop talking about you. I'll just buy my own product and talk about it because I want to, and not just receive a $30 product and just have a one-time code and I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm not. And so that's something to think about. Like, yes, it's nice to be seen. It's nice to know somebody recognized you. And also think about, though, are they targeting certain content creators? When I got around, I think, 800 subscribers, maybe even around 700, I started getting quite a few emails, brands I never even heard of. Oh, we would like to send you this and send you that, and saying, you know, we watched your content and we think it's great. We would like to send you this underwear to try. This is a makeup and skincare channel. One email, they wanted to send me a push-up bra. I'm like, yeah, so you really watch my videos and that's really in line with what I do. You're a liar. You're lying. And other stuff, it was just something else that had nothing at all to do with makeup or skincare. And I just delete those emails. A few of them are bold. They'll email you back, oh, I'm just checking to see if you received my email, and I'll reply back, I didn't, I'm not interested. I don't see where you saw on my makeup and skincare channel that I would be a good candidate to try your product. And they don't email back after that. And yes, I am snarky that way, because you're lying to me saying you've been watching my videos, so why do you think like this lawnmower would be a good fit for me to talk about on my channel? And I didn't get an email about a lawnmower, but some stuff to me does seem that ridiculous, because okay, makeup, yes, skincare is iffy because I have sensitive skin. But if you're saying this is the best thing ever for sensitive skin, I'll try it. I did that Beverly Hills thing, and it really didn't do anything for me. The eye cream, it worked, but then the more I used it, it started irritating my under eye area. And so I deleted that link out of my description box. But with that company, they did send me about $500 worth of product. So I was like, okay, like that's significant. And some stuff I did give away, some stuff I did try, and it was a one-time code. I asked them, can you make it more than one time, because if they do buy it and like it, they may want something else. They said, sure, we'll make it, you know, multiple use. They can use it as many times as they want. The code will be good for 2 years. That's a reputable brand, because they were willing to give me something more, which was if people buy it, I would make commission off of their purchases for the next 2 years, and they can use the code unlimited. But when you have these one-time codes, I'm not going to keep talking about you. And also for me, if it ends up not working for me, if you've seen my reviews, you know I will let you know this is not working for me. And because I want to know, when I watch reviews or first impressions, I want to know how that person really feels. I want to hear the good, the bad, and the indifferent. Don't just tell me the good stuff, because then I'm thinking nothing's perfect. So there's something in here that is not quite right. And not that I'm listening for anything negative, but give me a well-rounded review. Talk about everything about the product that you can think of, and not just tell me the good stuff. You see what I'm saying? And for brands where they are like super huge, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, 1 million subscribers, and they're doing reviews, honestly, I don't think I've seen anyone with over 1 million subscribers doing reviews. It's usually between like 20 and maybe 60,000 subscribers where they get a lot of PR. So I think at some point, if you have 1 million views, I mean 1 million subscribers, I don't think you're concerned about receiving stuff from companies to do reviews about, because you're already like so far up there and you have those many subscribers because people enjoy watching you. And so you really don't need to grab people's attention or draw them in with this new thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. So really, it's the ones I noticed between like 20 and maybe 70,000 subscribers that are reviews, and some a little more, those that are actual review channels. The majority of what they do are reviews, and companies see that because they're doing that before they even start receiving PR. They do that before they have a large subscriber count. So they're like, wow, this person has all these subscribers, but looking through their video history, they're a review channel. This is what they do, and they like how the reviews are done because they're saying the good, bad, the indifferent, and they want people to hear about the product. And so there are some channels, they get a lot of freaking PR. And they're like, I cannot keep up. And they're like, it's just stacks and stacks of stuff. And I'm just like, that looks overwhelming. But if you are a review channel, then it makes sense to get PR. Also, think about this. Those channels that are review channels, they have affiliate links and they don't expire. Some have affiliate links to stores, to Pat McGrath's website, the entire website, not just this one product, but the whole website, to Sephora website. And I think sometimes professional makeup artists, once they get their certification, they are able to get codes to certain stores, to MAC stores, whether in person or online. Well, it would have to be online if you're putting in a code, and to Ulta, just in general, and Sephora in general. And so those are the PR stuff where I'm like, that's it. That is it right there. But just, $30, lipstick, one-time code, and that's it. I'm just like, I'm not going to keep doing videos and doing content for that. And if I like the product, I will keep using it And I usually say what I'm putting on my face in a video. So I might be like, oh, this is the Max Stack mascara. But I won't be like, oh yeah, you should get this is whatever. No. Or no, you shouldn't get this because it's clumpy, whatever. And so when you hear people receive PR, try not to be so like, oh. It is exciting. But think about the things I'm saying. What are they expecting from us? Are we earning any commission? Are we receiving an affiliated code? Is it just a one-time code? How much content do they want to try to obligate us to do? Because if it's a lot, I'm like, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not a good fit for your company because I don't work for you. So those are just some things to think about. And then now, if you just want to get stuff, to just have stuff, and you aspire just to be seen and people send you stuff, think about why you. You know, as I said, around 700 subscribers, I started getting a bunch of emails. I sat back and thought, why me? Like, this is a brand I never heard of. I never even heard of on YouTube. I never even seen, you know, scrolling on Instagram. So like, who are you and where did you come from and why me? When there's channels that are way larger than I am, and that's what they do. Like, why are you asking me? Sometimes us smaller channels, I think the companies feel like we would just do it because we're happy to get the product. And because we're happy to get it, we give a glowing review, even if the product is trash, because we don't want to say anything bad about it, because hopefully they'll send us something else. Nah, no, if I don't like something, I'm going to let you know, and I'm going to say why I don't like it. And so, because I do, as I said, want to hear and give a well-rounded review of whatever that product is. And when I do receive PR, when I do my first impressions, or if I do a review, I do it as if I paid for it. Because something was sent to me free does not give it a pass to not be a product with poor quality. You know what I'm saying? And so that's something to listen to or listen for when you're watching reviews or first impressions of products sent in PR. Like, is it always just a glowing review on everything that they receive? Or is it like, yeah, this didn't perform well, it is workable, but do you want to buy it and then have to make it work versus it just be good quality? You see what I'm saying? And so that's the way I do first impressions and reviews, is as if I paid for it. Because those of you who watch me and listen, and if you're looking at my video to determine if you're going to buy it, I'm saying the things I would want to know about the quality of whatever it is and how I really feel about it. I want to know what the person really feels, not just all the good stuff because you don't want to get, you know, taken off the PR list. Because at the end of the day, night, evening, whatever, if it's something that you seriously want, you're going to get it, like one way or another, whether you wait for a sale, whether, you know, you buy it on Mercari or Poshmark or wherever, or if you ask somebody, you know, my birthday's coming up, can you get this for me? Or your anniversary is coming up and you let your partner know. If it's something you deep down want to get, you'll find a way to get it, trust me. And so what I'm saying is you don't need for somebody to send you something. So try not to think of it that way, like, oh, I just can't wait, you know, to grow to get PR. That's the best thing. It's not always a good thing because of the background stuff. And that's what this video is about, is sharing with you some of the background stuff that goes on. And all of it is not good. How they say, what is the saying? Everything that glitters isn't gold. It might be a piece of tinfoil. It really may be. Try to see things for how they are and to just really listen to what people are saying when they receive it in PR. Are you hearing what you would want to hear or hearing what you would want to know to help you base your decision on whether or not you want to get something? Because sometimes I'm like, Also keep in mind with that though, if the person has different tastes or a different aesthetic as you, that's completely different. And I'm thinking of Teresa's Dead. Like, she does not like Natasha Denona Creamy Matte Cream and Powder formula. Except she liked the formula in the Yucca palette, so I was surprised because I was waiting for her to say how she really doesn't like that formula, because I've always heard her say she doesn't like that formula, and I know that she doesn't, and she says why. So that's what I'm saying. If you don't like it, say why. If you do like it, say why. And so I know she doesn't prefer that formula. I love that formula. Or for some people who like more ethereal looks, they're doing a review on like a smoky palette and they're like, the shades are too dark, they're too saturated. It's subjective because their aesthetic is different than mine. Give me stuff like this and even darker and smokier and more swamp water and grungy. You know what I'm saying? And so that's something to keep in mind, is when you're listening to people, do they have the same taste as you do? Because that will impact how they review or what their first impressions are. But regarding PR, yeah, I mean, it can be good until they want to place a lot of obligations on you, and it only sticks if you allow it to, because I'll be like, I'm not doing all of that, like I don't work for you, and then they finally leave me alone because they realize I'm serious, and then they'll move on to somebody else that will do all the things just because they like getting free stuff. I don't like to have just stuff just to have stuff. But if that's you, get your PR, do what they want you to do, get more PR. It's all good. You know, you run your channel how you want to run your channel. But I just wanted to talk real quick about, is PR worth it? And I do get why some people say, don't receive PR in exchange for a video, because it is your time. But as I said, for me, I do videos on stuff anyway. It's when they start asking me for stuff when I'm like, well, are you going to send me some more product? And I have. Someone, you know, they want to send me something and, you know, I think it's an okay product. I will look on their website, and if something else looks interesting, I will email them back and say, hey, by any chance, like, can you also send me this product and that product? Look, because listen, they're asking me for stuff, I'm gonna ask you for stuff. Asking is fair game at this point. But you don't, try not to, I'm not gonna say don't because you can, but try not to feel like you can't ask questions. Try not to feel like when you do start getting those emails, and if you do agree to it, that you have to agree to everything else. You don't have to. You can back out at any time. Like, you are not under contract unless you sign a contract. For Beverly Hills, that thing, I did have to sign a contract for that, and I'm like, this is serious. It was a lot of product though. I was just like, oh. And so I was okay with it. And I will say this also, it was a good experience. It was a good experience. I will say that. And I was thinking of other brands, because all experiences with PR are not good, but whether it's a good experience or not so good experience, it is a learning lesson. And dealing with some of them email people, it's the learning lesson of what I will and will not do and why I will or will not do it. And brands like Nomad, they're just like, just post something. And you don't even have to post one thing for each release. It could be a video, it could be a short, it could be an IG post, it could be a reel. They do not say, this is what we want you to do to stay on our list. They don't do that. And so I do appreciate that about them. I do wish my link was affiliated though. Or don't and tell them. But it's a good experience with them as well, because I do enjoy the brand. I like what they stand for. The majority of their palettes I do really like. Some I did purchase a backup, because the POA is 12 months, and for me they do start to turn around that time. And so Iceland and Whistler, I did purchase an extra one for myself, and when they had a sale, I purchased palettes to give away. And it was palettes that I did like, or even if the color story wasn't my color story, the formula was good. And so I do really like that brand, and so it is an experience. And so just think about what brands are asking you to do when they start to email you for PR, because eventually they will. Eventually they will. And also think about why you, and why not someone with 70,000 subscribers. If you have like 700 subscribers, why you? Because how many people are going to see you versus how many people are going to see someone that has 70,000 subscribers? You know what I mean? So kind of think of it that way too. And in a way, it's predatory, because they're targeting some companies target smaller channels, because some of us are just like, ooh, free stuff. Where somebody with a larger audience, they're just like, who are you? Nah. Who would I like PR from? I would like PR from Lethal Cosmetics, even though the brush situation, They did resolve it. They do have really good customer service. They do. And I still really enjoy the brand. I love their eyeshadow formula. I would love to receive PR from Lethal Cosmetics. So maybe one day when I have like, you know, 20,000 subscribers or something. But I really do enjoy their formula. I would love to receive PR from them because I love their eyeshadow formula. Natasha Denona, I think I would need to have a million subscribers to receive PR from her. And even Pat McGrath. And I hate to say it, but Hourglass, because I like their face powders. But so there are a few brands, and I'm looking at what I have here. There are a few brands that I would really love to receive PR from. And those are brands I love, and those are brands that work for me. A lot of indie brands, they use ingredients that I'm allergic to, and so that cancels out a lot of potential PR from certain brands. I feel like I'm starting to ramble, so I'm going to go, and I hope this gave you something to think about, and let me know your thoughts down below, and we will chit chat down there. As always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. You will see me soon.